This is a brief video about how to start your first MVBP draft. So from your email, go to view your project. You can also start here on the EduSourced page. Go to sign in, or you can start on the milestones page. Occasionally some of you may be taken to the home page that looks like this. If you are, just go and click on view milestones and it'll bring you back here. We're going to go to create your Sure MVBP template and submit your first draft. There are two different docs. You have two options. You can either make this in Google Docs or Microsoft Word. We recommend Google Docs because it automatically saves and backs up, and it's a lot easier to share and to work on at the same time as your consultant. So what you will do is open the instructions, and I'll zoom in so you can see what I'm looking at. To make your template in Google Docs, you need to sign into your personal Google account. I'm already signed in, so you'll click this link, and it will take you here. Would you like to make a copy of the Fall 2024 MVBP template? Click Make a Copy. Alright, so I'm going to go and open this again so you can see the instructions. Alright, so I'm here, and I'm at this page. This is where we are now. So click where it says Copy of Sure MVBP Template. Erase that and write your name MVBP. So we're up here. We're going to erase this. And we're going to write Charlie Becker MVBP. Then click the button that says Share. So it'll say Share, and we want to click right here where it says Restricted and click Anyone with Link. And then we want to click Viewer and change this to Commenter. And what this means now is that anyone with the link to this document can comment on it. Once we've done this, immediately before you do anything, I recommend copying the link, going back to your email, and right away just writing an email to your consultant and saying, here's my MVBP. You can also share it from within here by typing in their email here. So my consultant, it's not letting me type for some reason. My consultant, you know, whatever that would be. Alright. But alright, now that we've done that, I want to tell you about a few things about how this works. So if you scroll down, this is a table of contents. Right here, you never need to edit anything on here because we've already done all the formatting for you, and these are headings. So right here, if you select this text, you see up here it says heading 1. See if I change this to normal text, and I click here and I refresh, this disappears out of the table of contents. Well, it's still there because it's the first thing on the document. But if I come back here, heading 1, and I update the table of contents, it comes back, right? So you never edit anything directly in the table of contents. It will just work for you. Over here, you can also navigate. So say I don't want to scroll all the way down, I want to go late in the document. I can click here. It takes me all the way down to strategic priorities. But let's come back up to the top. Now, another thing. In each section, you'll find this table, right? There's 3 sections. First, it says delete this table before you submit your final draft. Then there's the rubric. This is the rubric directly out of the MVBP guide. That way, when you're working on it, you have it for reference immediately there, so that when you or your consultant are in the document, you can just look, and you can know as you're working, okay, you can ask yourself these questions and diagnose your own issues, and also the consultant has them for quick reference. Also, there's a handy guide so that every day after class, you can just look through each section, and these highlighted phrases here are the classes. And you can say, oh, okay, well, after introduction to MVBP, I have to do all this work, right? So I should be doing work in this section after introduction to MVBP. And it tells you, right? So there's 3 classes when you definitely need to be hitting this section. All right, but let's say that we just had introduction to MVBP. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to click right under this table, and I'll probably hit enter a few times to give me some space. And right here, I'm just going to copy everything from my rapid MVBP worksheet. All right, you don't have to actually type that out. I just typed it out so you could see me putting text into the document. But it might actually look like, my name is Charlie Becker, and I'm the managing director of the SURE program, where we make dreams come true. I might not leave my elevator pitch, but I might also leave some comments and thoughts. Like maybe I say, I want to make this clearer. I think this needs work. My target audience. Any ideas? Since this is just the very first brainstorming rough draft, it's okay that I can leave these right here in the draft. We'll clean this up later and we'll get moving. The idea is just like to get our thoughts in one place and start working out of one document. And you're going to go through and do this for value proposition, target audience, funnel, competitive advantage, external analysis, and financial worksheet. If you have anything that you want to include, you can also put it in at the appendices at the end as well. I want to show you one other thing about the Google Docs interface that I think you should know. And you may be familiar with this already, but just in case. So let's say that I'm editing this. So I'm going to go ahead and jump in and to another Google account and show you how this looks. So let's open this with the SURE account. And so let's say that I am now a consultant looking at this, and I want to give feedback. So what I might do is I might just come over here and say, oh, look, they said my name is Charlie Becker, and I'm the managing director of the SURE program where we make dreams come true. Okay, first I might say, okay, well, let's highlight this and make a comment. So what I can do is I highlight it and I click this button, add comment, and say, this is inspiring, but it is not very specific. In class, you had the following ideas about how to make it more concrete, right? And I leave a comment here, okay? So if I come back here, I want to show you 2 things. So now I'm back in my Entrepreneur Google account. For one, I see the comment that they left right here. I also see that someone's in the document with me up here. Because they're not an editor on the document, they're just some random person, it just says anonymous animal, right? If they were an owner of the document, it would show me who they were. See, when I'm over here, it shows the owner, right? But 2, I want to show you can see this. So our suggestion when you're in SURE is to leave comments up until they get to be too much or too cumbersome, but definitely to leave them up for a week or 2 unless you delete the text that they were attached to, you know? And so, like here, I might respond to this, be like, oh, thanks, good idea, just to let them know that I saw it, and then I'll edit in here, you know? Like if I want to delete this, I'll respond first, and then I'll mark it resolved, and then I'll delete and say, where we help current and aspiring entrepreneurs write a business plan. And the reason is that when I mark it resolved, the other person gets an email that tells them that I sent that comment so they can see it. And there's also a record that this comment was had. So I click this button over here and you can see the resolved comments over here that happened already as well. All right. So this is how to use Google Docs. Very briefly, I just want to show you, if you want, you also have the option to use Microsoft Word. So it will open in your browser and you will not be able to edit it. You can view it but not edit it. So you'll need to download it and open it on your computer. And we recommend, again, using Google Docs, but if you really are intent on using Microsoft Word, it looks very similar. Let me go back and get my sample here. You know, there's just a few minor differences, and if you're using Microsoft Word, you probably know all this already, but just in case. Like for instance, this is how you leave a comment. You go to review, add comment like this, and you'll have your own Microsoft Word account. I'm signed in on my UH account, so that's what it looks like, but if you have your own Microsoft Word, you'll be signed in there. So we recommend using Google Docs. If you have any questions, please let us know. When you're going to submit this MVBP for EduSourced, what we want you to do is submit the link, right? But also you're going to submit the document. So you're going to download as PDF, right? You're going to download as PDF, and see up here it says Charlie Becker MVBP. Okay, and I'm opening that. Over here, all right, so it says Charlie Becker MVBP. And so when I go to EduSourced, I will come up here, and I can do it like this. Just drag it in there, done. And now you see it's turned, the color's turned, and you can see it's there, and this is also dark, so you can see I submitted something. You can also double check and click here, and you can see it under client upload as well. Now there's one other thing I want to show you that's very important. No matter whether you do it as a Word doc or a Google Doc, when you come here, this is called the log. And basically, you're going to open it, you're going to fill it out, excuse me, you're going to fill it out like this. You can start just by putting your name. If you don't remember your consultant's name, or you don't know how to spell it, you can leave it, or you can just, you know, put something here that you remember, right? This is a record of submissions between the consultant and entrepreneur. Whenever work on the MVBP is submitted or feedback is submitted, whoever is submitting needs to fill this out. Write a brief, a few sentence summary of what you did and the top 2 to 3 things that the other person needs to focus on when reviewing the work you're sending them. Delete this text and write a short summary of the work you did. So I made this easy for you if you were in class. So what I want you to do here is all you're going to do for this first one, to make it easy, is, oh, this is wrong. When you open the document, it will actually say Entrepreneur Milestones. So I will change this for when you upload it. But all you're going to do when you open this is you're going to say, I am submitting my first draft of my MVBP based on the rapid MVBP brainstorming worksheet. I completed work and have content for my, and then you're going to put every section that you have content for. If you're missing anything, you need to put I need something, or I have nothing for. If there's anything that you have nothing for that you should have covered in that first week that's red in the middle column of the agenda, then you can put it there. Then, during class, when I told you to put a star next to the things that you think were your strengths and circle the things that you think were your weaknesses on the Rapid MVBP worksheet, that's what this was for. So you put, if you look at the pictures of my Rapid MVBP worksheet, you can see that I think my strengths are, and I think I need work on and then you leave any notes here, say I need extra help on this, I need extra help on that, Anywhere where you need extra attention or help from your consultant, or you think you can need a little extra work, or you think is particularly strong, you put it here. But this is what this is going to be every week, because it's going to be a kind of like the summary of the work that you did, and you're going to turn it in. It's basically like a top level communication between you and your consultant that you're going to use every week. And so you're going to save it, and you just save it as F24 log. Let me put this on screen so you can see it. Save it as, it won't let me, but save it as F24 log your last name. So my last name is Becker, so it's F24 log Becker. Right, so you see it right there. And then we go back here to upload your first log. Come back to the folder, F24 log Becker, upload, done. And that's all done. And so I don't have a rapid MVBP brainstorming exercises, but here you would just upload the pictures of your worksheet and that would be done, and you'd be done. All right, and so that's your homework for the first week. If you have any questions or any issues about this at all, please email sure@uh.edu. If you have any questions about the content of your assignments, or you need any help, please reach out to your consultant or senior consultant. Best of luck.